What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what I expect from DogeCoin over the weekend, because after my previous video we got the exact catalysts that I was looking for. I said specifically this thing could keep spiking if we get, number one, a tweet from Elon Musk, which we got, and number two, we get more celebrities to hop on basically the train of hype. And we got both of those things. Actually, I guess there were three things. Wall Street Bets hopping on as well, and that also happened. And this weekend, I expect some good things from Doge, because here's the thing. The stock market closes at 8 p.m. for the weekend. That's when after hours closes. And after that, all the degenerate traders from Robinhood and pretty much everyone from Wall Street Bets who can't trade GameStop, they'll have no GameStop to buy because the stock market will be closed. They're gonna have to go and trade a market that is always open. What's the best option? Crypto. What is the biggest meme crypto? DogeCoin. So I expect some big things out of DogeCoin this weekend. The high now is 8.88 cents, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you guys on the chart, but I personally believe that it can break that this weekend and test 10 cents, and if it breaks that, it could go on a nice little run. So be looking for that. I'm gonna dive into my computer now to give you guys a little more in-depth analysis just so you can understand where I'm coming from, but I'm really excited to see what happens. I was able to buy a little bit of DogeCoin this time to ride in on the fun with you guys. It's not a lot, but I wanna be there along with you guys, so let's dive into my computer. All right, guys, so I'm here at my computer, and for those of you guys who've been asking, this is Robinhood online. They have the app, but they also have a website version of it, which is a little bit easier. You can actually see a little bit more of the charts, and I personally prefer it. You can place orders on the website as well. This is where I bought my DogeCoin. If you want to buy DogeCoin on Robinhood, I put a referral link in the description below. I'll also put in the pinned comments. I don't like Robinhood as a broker. They've been doing some sketchy stuff in general, but for me, it's the easiest way to buy DogeCoin. My favorite broker for stocks is Fidelity. That is who I use for stocks. But anyways, back to the point here. You can see here, it broke out over that high of 2 cents and is around this area until we get that nice little tweet yesterday at 4:47 p.m. What happens after that? Goes absolutely crazy. What is that tweet, you might ask? Well, let's go to Elon Musk's page and see if we can find something that might relate to dogs. Again, 4:47 p.m. I have that time memorized because it literally spiked as soon as he posted this. Everyone was waiting for this tweet. That's how I knew to talk about it in the last video, because he's already tweeted about DogeCoin. And this is hilarious, man. I love Elon. Shout out to Elon, because Doge, it's like Vogue. Obviously, if you don't get that reference, Vogue is a magazine, and this is Doge, because it's Vogue for dogs. And obviously, he's talking about DogeCoin, Doge. I mean, it's very similar. That's the point of this. Obviously, everyone understood that, because this is what it did after he tweeted that. So, I mean, it had two massive green candles in a row, a little bit of a pullback, and then two more massive spike ups. And right now, we're in some consolidation, man. We're in some consolidation. And we're seeing that same pattern where we see higher lows. So you can see the low here, is like just over 250. And then the low here is just under 350. And then the low here is above 350. And then the low here is, right under 5 cents. And then we see lower highs. So it's higher lows and lower highs. And it forms kind of a wedge. And typically what happens is, once you break out of this wedge, you get a nice little breakout. And it might have to be confirmed for that to happen. But I would expect that once it breaks out of this wedge, it's going to see a nice little breakout. And again, the markets are, when I'm filming this video, after hours is still open in the stock markets. But they will be closed soon. They will be closed for the whole weekend. And this week has been so insane with the hype around the stocks. Like, it's honestly been one of the most exciting times in our lives. I feel like all of you guys finally get to understand what I live on a daily basis, trading every day in the stock market. And I feel like people are not going to want to let that excitement drop away over the weekend, because it's been nothing but adrenaline and hype for the last 4 or 5 days. And I really think people are going to turn their attention to Doge. So I would expect to see a nice little pop out, especially once we break this downtrend on the top side here. So once it breaks out, I would say over that 6 cent mark is important, but it has to hold over that mark. So, if it breaks the 6.5 cent mark, I would say that is a very good sign. This thing is going to be spiking up. And again, you could also buy the breakout on this at 8.8 cents. So also you can look into that. But I mean, this is the type of thing, guys, where you have to be really careful because obviously it's up a ton. It was less than 1 cent, and now it's, you know, around 5 cents. So what does that mean? That means if you put something in, you could put in $1,000 and it could drop down to $200. So for that reason, you can't put anything in you're not willing to lose. But if you're willing to, I think it's a fun little ride, and we can see where this thing goes. Because again, you can see we got Elon Musk hopping on. Is he going to tweet about it again? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But we have other celebrities. So here we have the nice, friendly Mia Khalifa. She is a wannabe sports person, I guess. Don't do your research into her history if you don't already know. You might scar yourself a little bit, but she is obviously now an influencer after her previous line of work. Let me just leave it at that. And she tweeted this out. Okay, I caved and bought the dog stocks. So clearly this is not her area of expertise. I'm not gonna comment on her level of understanding. We'll just leave it at that. But you know, we got some celebrities who are making this more known. And the more that hop on the train, the more we are going to see hop on the train. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of hype, if that makes sense. Here's another one, Joey Swole. You guys might not be into the bodybuilding world, but this guy, he's a good guy. I respect a lot of what he offers. And he put this on his Instagram. It was all over his Snapchat as well. And you know, literally everyone was waiting for a tweet. But you can see he has 2 million followers. And he's also, you know, talking about DogeCoin and getting people excited about it. So I would expect if he does this, if Mia Khalifa does this, if Elon Musk does this, we're going to continue to get more celebrities to do it over the weekend. And if people don't have things that they can be trading, you know, it's kind of an obvious outlet for them to take out those aggressions, those passions, get that adrenaline hit that they're looking for that they can't get from GameStop because it's closed. Also, I think he posted this on his story. He said Greene also bought some DogeCoin. If you guys don't know who Greene is he was like the runner-up to Mr. Olympia, or the people's favorite for Mr. Olympia. So all we need now, he tagged Dan Bilzerian. I'm not sure if Dan Bilzerian talked about DogeCoin yet. Would not surprise me if Dan Bilzerian does it. He has a ton of followers. I could see it happening, honestly. Literally nothing would surprise me at this point. So if he posts that, we could get a nice little spike. And again, where do I think this can go? Well, if we look at this chart, once we break out past this level, it's almost guaranteed going to test 10 cents. And if it is able to get past there and we get enough hype, I would personally expect it to break 10 cents. So what is a reasonable expectation? Well, you can see here, $325 for GameStop right now. And the market cap, when it was at $500, you can't see it on the chart here because it was in pre-market, but I think the high was like 510 or something like that. At that time, the market cap was around, I believe, around 32, if I'm not mistaken. And if we take 32 divided by 6.5, 32 divided by 6.5, it's 4.92. So we could easily see, you know, a 5x increase in price. And I don't want to say easily because don't get me wrong. There are 128 billion Dogecoins out there. So for every penny that this increases, the market cap increases by over $1 billion, which means that there has to be $1 billion of buying. If I'm not mistaken, there has to be $1 billion of buying for it to go up. That's how it works, unless I'm mistaken. Again, if I'm mistaken, I'm willing to admit my mistakes, so feel free to comment my correction down below. But we have to see a lot of money flow into Dogecoin for this thing to really, really get up there. So 5x, the market cap, would be the same as what GME was at its all-time highs, and that would be around that 25-cent area. Do I think this can hit $1? I would be extremely surprised if this hit $1 anytime soon. And again, that's because of the circulating supply, just the fact that it is so incredibly large. Could it happen? Yeah, probably it could happen. But I think if you're holding to $1 and not selling any, I think that is a little foolish on your part. Because if you can buy in at 5 cents and sell at 20 cents, 25 cents, I would just take your 400% profit and I would be happy with that, you know? We can't expect too much out of this. And that is just how I feel about it. If you're offended by that fact that I don't believe this is going to $1, I apologize. You know, I've seen too many stocks that are low float spike really hard because there's only 1 million of them, and then I've seen ones that are, you know, really heavy. It's a little tougher because there's so many more out there that someone could be holding 1 billion DogeCoin, and they think when it gets to 10 cents, they're going to sell all billion of their DogeCoin. You never know what could happen. There's a lot of DogeCoin out there, and from what I've heard, there is no max supply, which means ostensibly that they can just keep creating these DogeCoins. So I would be wary of that, and know that potentially more could come into existence, which could dilute the DogeCoin that are already in existence. So yeah, I would just be careful of that. And yeah, I mean, that's what I expect, man. I expect this to continue to go crazy over the weekend. Again, I am in. You can see here, I only got in with $38 because all the rest of my money is tied up in an option right now. But you can see here, I got in at 54, I guess 5.4 cents. And I'm fine with that entry, man. I'm fine with that entry. It could easily tank. I could lose 80% of that like that. But it is what it is. I just want to be along for the ride. Obviously, I know there's some of you guys who are putting way more than that in there. But don't put anything that you're not willing to lose in. And let's enjoy this ride and see where it can go. Because if it breaks out 2 all-time highs, this thing is probably breaking 10 cents and might make it all the way up to 25 cents. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Let's do something cool. I thought that was gonna be cooler. You know, like when you can see the... All right, now that just looked weird. You know, like when you put a light in your mouth and you can see the color on the inside of your cheeks. It looks like a lantern. That's what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to give you guys a little show there. But anyways, this just got weird. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, let's grow better together. Preguntar, bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú por mí sientes.